One of the joys of being a record collector is dealing with defective vinyl, and by this I don't mean records that were scratched or otherwise abused by their owners. No, I mean records that have been manufactured this way. And in this video, I will show you some examples of records that have surface defects. But before I begin, please take note that these defects are very small and extremely difficult to film. In fact, they are very difficult to see with the naked eye. That's why I will show you photos of these defects taken with this macro lens on my Panasonic camera. The maximum magnification of this lens is actually higher than life size, which means that it can focus very closely indeed. The first record I want to show you is this Charlie Bird at the Village Vanguard. It was released in 1963 by Riverside Records in the US. And at first glance it looks to be in very good condition. The vinyl is shiny and there are no major scratches or gouges. However, if I look at it sideways, I can see what looks like small potholes on the surface of the LP. Let me highlight them for you. They can be seen more clearly if I shine an LED light at the surface of the record. Surprisingly, despite numerous surface defects, the record plays without any skipping and mostly sounds good, although the potholes occasionally produce funky knocking or swooshing sounds. The next record is the recent reissue of Soundtracks by Ken. This LP is pressed on marbled purple vinyl, which looks very cool. Unfortunately, it is defective, and I believe it fell victim to its own coolness. You see, in order to produce the marbled look, they are adding pigment powders to the vinyl. If the pigment is not mixed well with the plastic, then there will be areas that have too much powder and not enough plastic, and this is exactly what happened here. In a circled area, the powder has crumbled away, and the grooves are a bit malformed as the result. The record plays with several moderately loud crackles that happen as the stylus passes the defective area. It is definitely going back to Amazon. Both records I have shown you so far have potholes in their surface. The next one has the opposite problem. It is the first issue of Thambi by Pharoah Sanders, quite rare and somewhat expensive. Unfortunately, this copy is worthless because it skips. It actually took me some time to find the defect that causes it to skip, because it is so unbelievably tiny. As you can see, there is what looks like a small blob of vinyl sticking from the surface of the record. And the grooves close to it are a bit malformed as well. I believe what happened here is that as the LP was released from the stamper, a small drop of molten vinyl fell on it and became attached to the surface. As you can see, collecting records is fun until it isn't, and sometimes I regret spending a lot of money on this hobby.